you guys are looking for cheap, fast, reliable Ultimate Team coins, definitely go and check out UT Coinbank's fantastic automated service. You get your coins within about 10 seconds. Go ahead and check them out. I'll leave the links down in the description. And apart from that, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. Goodbye. What is up, guys? ThePremiumRat here, and welcome back to another episode of the Wacky Q&As. I obviously did one last week, and it was kind of the return. The first one I did in 4 months or whatever it was, something stupid. But from now on, these are going to be regular again. Sometimes every week, sometimes every 2 weeks. So if there isn't one usually on a Sunday or a Monday, I do apologise, but it'll be the week after. As always, if you're not already following me on Twitter, remember to go ahead and do so. I leave the links down in the description of every video. If you're not following me, why the fuck not? Get on there now, and that's where I ask for the questions. So again, thank you to everyone that submitted questions today. I usually ask them about lunchtime. I think it was about 3-4 hours ago that I asked them. Recording this commentary about 4 o'clock. And again, so thank you for everyone that submitted. Again, if I haven't answered your question this week, then I get a shit ton in it each week. I get like 30, 40, 50 questions in each week. It varies, and I can only answer maybe like 8 or 9 in each episode. So if I can't answer them this week, try again next week and submit your weird and wonderful questions via Twitter, and we will crack on. So the first one comes in from @_Rihanna_Ryan. And he asks, hashtag AskRat, on a scale from 1 to 10, how fantastically orgasmic was Lamella's goal on Thursday night? Do you think he will ever do that again? Lamella's Rabona, if you haven't seen it, go and search YouTube or whatever now for Lamella's Rabona goal on Thursday night against Tripolis. I think we played Asteras Tripolis, I think it's how you say their name, in the Europa League. It was mental. Probably one of the best goals I've ever seen at White Hart Lane. And obviously I've been a Spurs fan for 20 years of my life. And I've seen some fantastic goals. I remember Bale pinging in a few from 30, 40 yards. But that has got to be up there. And do you reckon he'll do it again? Possibly. He seems to only play well in the Europa League. I know I'm recording this post-match after the Newcastle result, and he was absolute dog shit today. So he needs to step up to the plate and fast, because he hasn't had the best of seasons. But thanks for the question nonetheless. Next one comes in from @Maloki Alisa. I think that's how you pronounce it. If I've bodged that pronunciation up, mate, I do apologise. But he asks, hashtag AskRat, if Spurs did not exist, who would you support? And it would obviously be Watford. I've been a Watford fan, I suppose. They're my local team, I suppose you could say. I was born there, I've lived there pretty much my whole life. I follow Watford's results. I go to a lot of Watford away games as well, so you could class myself as a Watford fan. So if Spurs didn't exist, I'd probably just be a full-time Watford fan, I suppose. Thanks for the question. Next one comes in from @TomsTweets, and he asks, what is your favourite alcoholic drink? Hashtag AskRat. This is a pretty good one. I had to think long and hard about this, because as you guys know, I do love a bev. I do love a nice little beverage on a Friday night or a Saturday night. I do like going out quite a lot. If you haven't added me on Snapchat as well, add me, ThePremiumRat. I do post some quite funny. People reckon my Snapchats are on point most of the time when I'm out getting smashed out of my nut. So I'd say my favourite alcoholic drink, when I first go out, I'm more of a beer and lager man, so I'll go to the bar and order a Kronenberg probably. That's my favourite lager, I think, at the moment. I've gone through a transition. It used to be just a standard like Carlsberg, but Kronenberg has got that unique kind of flavour. I sound like such a faggot. But Kronenberg's got quite a nice taste to it. What me and my mates usually do is we'll go to the bar and we'll order a beer and a shot or a Jaeger bomb or something like that. Jaeger bombs are the bollocks. They are the bollocks. So in terms of like spirits and stuff, Jaeger bombs. But me and my mates have our own kind of thing. We've actually created the bomb Jaeger. Obviously, as I said, Jaeger bombs they're 1/3 Jägermeister and like 2/3 Red Bull. We'll take that but reverse it round. So this would be 2/3 Jaeger and 1/3 Red Bull. So they're pretty strong. So after like 4 or 5 pints and 4 or 5 of those, I wouldn't say I'd be absolutely steaming, but I'd be well on my way to be absolutely out of my nut. And then once that's usually in the bar before we go clubbing, and then by the time I get into the club, I'm usually out of my nut. And then by then, the credit card comes out, and I end up spending a silly amount, and then I just buy vodka lemonades and all that sort of stuff. So, but when you're smashed out of your nut, everything tastes the same anyway. So if I'm sober, then I'd have to say beers or Jaeger bombs or something like that. But that's a very decent question. Thank you for that. Next one comes in from @Dominom_, and he asks, hashtag AskRat, pint of your mum's period blood or a pint of your dad's sperm? The first weird one we've had in a couple of weeks. This is fucking disgusting. Would I rather... I hate blood. Oh, but I can't drink my dad's sperm. Oh, that is vile. I'm going to say... Oh, no. Oh, what is that? What is that? I'm going to say blood. Oh, I'm getting that question out of the way. That is fucking vile. I don't know what I generally wouldn't. Oh, that's fucking vile. Next one comes in from @BambaStriker9, and he asks, #AskRat. I can't think of a unique question at this time, but would you say, hey BambaStriker19, sorry, not 99, how are you doing, bro? So, hey BambaStriker9, how are you doing, bro? That wasn't really a question, but thank you nonetheless. Next one comes in from @IAceFIFA, and he says, #AskRat. How sufficient is your banter? My banter is through the roof. Even though I said in a previous commentary, I fucking hate that word, because, you know, back when you were at school, banter was, you know, like, not necessarily abusing someone, but giving someone a lot of stick and stuff like that, and them not really giving it back. That was a bit of banter. But nowadays, that word is just transformed into something really, really grim, and it's quite a cringy word now to actually say banter. I think it's quite cringy. But yeah, I'd say if you were asking how sufficient my banter is always, always top drawer. Thanks for the question. Next one comes in from @GregoHD again, and he asks, #AskRat, what is the best football derby in the world in your opinion? El Clasico, Arsenal Spurs, or something different? It's got to be the North London derby. Nothing, fuck everything else. Nothing comes close to that. The buzz on match day when I usually go to the pub and watch that if I'm not at the lane. Then honestly, nothing comes close to that. Obviously, El Clasico is massive, and I do enjoy watching that as a neutral. Other than that, other big derbies that I used to like watching was Old Firm. Again, that is fucking special. If you're a Celtic or Rangers fan, I can imagine nothing ever comes close to that. Other than that, other derbies from around the world, I'd say obviously it's got to be El Clasico that's up there. But for me personally, as a Spurs fan, North London derby, nothing ever will ever come close to that. Thanks for the question. Next one comes in from Abibas_H123, and he asks, did you pass your GCSEs? #AskRat. Yes, I passed all my GCSEs. I took 10, I think it was. I took English, Maths, then I took 3 sciences, then I took drama, business studies, geography. I also took French, RS, and I think that's the 10 if you had the 3 science ones as well. I think that was 10. There might be one more. Did I take IT? I can't remember. I took IT, but I passed all my GCSEs. I did fairly well, and also passed my A levels as well. I went to do A levels. I went to do geography, sociology, and psychology, and thankfully managed to pass those. And I probably should have gone to university this year, but you know, fuck it. The YOLO lifestyle clearly chose me. Thanks for the question. Next one comes in from @Cheyenne87J, and he asks, would you rather a Beast hat or Matt HD Gamer flip-flops for Christmas? Give me the Matt HD Gamer flip-flops. I will wear those on holiday non-stop. Actually, I actually don't mind Matt HD Gamer at all. He's actually quite a sound guy. But, you know, the Beast clothing line, again, is I think fairly cringy. I can imagine KSI is making an absolute fucking bomb off of it. But obviously I'm not, 12 years of age. I'm not going to buy anything Beast. So I take the Matt HD Gamer flip-flops all day long. Next one comes in from @SpursInTheBlood, and he asks, what made you support Tottenham? #AskRat. Supporting Spurs has always been in my family. Although I say that, my dad is actually an Arsenal fan. But it was my mum's side. My granddad, my granddad's been supporting Spurs for like 65 years. And I think when I was a little boy, he was the one that instilled the Spurs way into me. So it was more of a family thing. And, from now on, when I do have kids, they will be yids, they will be junior yids, they will be at the lane constantly. So yeah, it's more of a family thing. Thanks for the question. The last one comes in from @JamesXFIFA then, and he asks, #AskRat, how do you think you got big on YouTube, and where do you see yourself in 1 year's time? I believe that means where. First of all, I am not big on YouTube. I am humbled to have, 8,500 subscribers, and I'm humbled to be in this position. But genuinely, and I know a lot of people do look up to me, I think that's a little bit weird, and I do appreciate that a lot. But genuinely, I am not big on YouTube. I've got a long way to go. Ultimate goal, I suppose, on YouTube would be like 100,000 subscribers. If I can ever get to that, that would be crazy. I don't know what. I'd do something absolutely magical as well for that. I'd like to jump out of a fucking aeroplane or something. But in terms of where do I see myself in a year's time from now, I'd love to be at like 30k. The target before the next FIFA comes out is 20k. So if we can get another 10k after that, I suppose, then that will be absolutely fantastic. But genuinely, I am not big. So if you think I'm big, then obviously you're entitled to your own opinions. A lot of you do make videos yourselves, and you may only have 100, 200 subscribers, and fair enough. I suppose I am big compared to you guys, but in terms of the widest perspective on YouTube, I have got a long way to go, and I hope you guys can continue to support me. And one day we will get to 100k subscribers, even if it takes 10 years, then I will get there. But anyway, guys, that ends another weird and wacky Q&A. I do appreciate all your comments and stuff as well. If you have enjoyed the video, can we smash another 75 likes? Last week's episode, The Return, did really, really well. So if we can replicate the like title on that video, that would be fantastic. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Remember to go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. The links that will be down in the description. Apart from that, I love you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.